and welcome to The Top, hosted by Gops. The only show that guarantees you a spot at the top. I'm your host Gops, and welcome to The Top. Today I'm joined by two friends, two entrepreneurs, two pioneers, two people that I can talk to and call whenever I need something, and overall two people that inspire me. In today's episode, we will be talking about the business world. And with that being said, can you guys please introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from and what is it exactly that is that you contribute in this business world?
Okay, so should I start first?
Go for it.
Okay, hi. My name is Daniel Rampai. I'm from Bloemfontein, and I run a business called Clothing Fix. So what we do is that we do clothing repairs for shoes, bags, watches, and we also do clothing alterations. Yeah, so that's what we do.
Hi, Keelan Bosalet here from Bloemfontein, cannabis distributor, working with all CBD companies such as Duscam and all dispensaries surrounding Cape Town.
Gents, you guys are two owners of businesses that I think are very much headed towards success. And with that being said, I would like to ask you, what is your definition of success? What heights do you want your business to reach of success, Mr. Rampai?
So with me, speaking about, let's say, 5-year goals, right? 5-year plan from now. We foresee the company to have more than 2 stores, right? One here in Bloemfontein and primarily another one in Kroonstad, right? We aim to have more than 12 permanent employees and have 7 part-time employees, flexible ones, especially students, because that's our main point to create employment for the youth.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Mr. Bosaleti?
Our main goal is just, at first, success starts at the bottom. Let me put it like that. First of all, give back to your community in order for your business to prosper. That's one thing I can tell you. Second of all, we're here to create jobs for unemployment people, some kids' fathers, some kids' mothers. We have our own facility up and running where we work with our own cannabis in tunnels. We have people that trim bud for us. We have people that do each and everything. There's a section for everyone. There's more employment to it. And for the next 5 years is that, how can I put it? I want South Africa to be a cannabis South Africa. You get what I'm saying? Because at the point they're using CBD to extract from our THC cannabis plants to make nasal sprays, ointments, you know what I mean? So I want ointments, nasal sprays, everything must just elevate into cannabis industry.
Yes, sir. Wow. Definitions of success. They have both mentioned that they are thinking towards 5 years in the making. Not now, but 5 years in the making. Gents, 5 years seems like a lot, but it's not. And for someone to go that 5 years, there's something that is needed inside of you. What would you say are those characteristics and qualities that you have that are going to take your business there in 5 years' time? What is it that is inside of you that can take you there, or that is going to take you there?
Everything. Basics. Starting your home, pray for your business, pray for your people that's working for you. That's the most important basics. And characteristics is that people don't want to see your business grow. Some do want to see your business grow. So I don't know how people take it, but then it's a sort of motivation as well for you not to give up in the next 5 years and to keep on pushing. You see. So there's one quote that I always tell wealthy people is that your financial situation is my biggest motivation. Sure.
So to add on what he just said,
Yes, sir.
without taking anything away from what he said, because it's very true, I believe one of the things that would not only me, but then everyone, right, to achieve their goals would be passion. Passion, consistency, and persistency. So having to know that there's a difference between endurance and resilience. Like you said, 5 years is a long time, right? So things can happen whereby the goal that you have today might not be the same tomorrow.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So consistency is very, very key, right? And like he said, some people might like what you do. Some people may dislike what you do, right? So you need to be focused on that need that you want to fulfill. Your main goal will push you through whatever challenges that you go through. So your goal must scale you. Your goal must be big. Because when your goal is too small, then people can push you away from what you want to achieve.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Very motivational words from two business owners, entrepreneurs that are going to make it in 5 years' time. Gents, from what I've just listened to you and learned from you is that consistency is key to wherever you go in life.
Yes.
Prayer is key to wherever you want to go in life. And the hate and the good mixed together is essential to drive you towards what you want in life. Gents, I'm trying to be the next president of the country. I'm going to be the next president of the country.
Go for it.
I didn't hear you guys mention education within these characteristics that you were talking about. Are you guys educated?
Yes.
Yes.
You have matrics and you have degrees.
Yeah.
Why didn't you mention those things?
It's a struggle for us to get jobs here in our country. It's a huge struggle. You see.
For me not mentioning it is because it's basics, right? You can't start a business, but you don't know how to read and write.
Definitely.
So you need to know how to read and write. Just knowing how to read and write, that is education. Right? To be able to communicate with people, you need to have communication skills. So these are the basics that were highlighted. So regarding education, yes, it is fundamental. It is fundamental because we live in a place or in a society whereby we are taught that that education is key, right? Or is the door to success, right? But then when you look around, you find many people are successful without education. You understand? I won't mention certain artists' names, right? They even become billionaires without the education, right? So now people start thinking that, okay, maybe you don't need to go to school to be successful, right? But then I like the point that you brought it up. It is very important for people to pursue, to learn, to learn, to develop skills, to develop wisdom, right? Because when you go to school, you learn certain things that you could have avoided. Suppose you just started the business, understand? Because you went to school, now you know these are the certain things that I have to do to get there. But when you don't have that knowledge, you just go about it and then you get hurt, and you get hurt and go through things that you're not supposed to
Go through.
Yeah, had to have the knowledge.
You hit it on point. So education is essential in your struggle towards success. Because you need to read and write. You need to know how to read and write. It's called being literate. And if you are illiterate, you don't know how to read and write. And therefore you are going to struggle with communicating with other people, other businessmen. So I urge you at home to educate yourselves. Gain knowledge by reading books. My dad always used to tell me, read until your head spins. Read until your head spins. Whatever it is, read until your head spins. Gents, you guys are on this road to success. And you are here sitting here telling the people what is needed for that success to happen. But can you please tell us what is the real truth behind owning a business?
Yo,
The real truth behind owning a business.
not in many words, but I can put it, it's all blood, sweat, tears, enjoy, finish. That's my sum of it that I can put it into.
Blood, sweat, tears,
Enjoy.
enjoyment.
Yes.
Drink to that.
Okay, so with me, I would say sacrifice. You know, when you start a business, I remember my dad once told me that when you start a business, you can't behave like someone that has a 9-to-5 job. You can't say yourself, okay, now I'm going to work from 9, at 5 I'm going to stop. When you have a business, when you wake up until you sleep, you're at work. You understand?
Yes.
It might not be literal work, like they're doing the physical labor, but then when you start something, work is always key, right? You're always thinking about it, always thinking. So starting a business is like having a baby. You know, you give a baby so much attention, right? Until they grow older and then they can do their own things.
Provide food.
Exactly, provide for themselves. Yeah. So
Which is where
sacrifice.
you're going to be after 5 years.
Yes. So sacrifice. Sacrifice could be things such as sacrificing your time. Sometimes you need you need to have self-control. Understand? You need to know. You need to prioritize. You know. You need to know what to do when. So planning. Understand? So sometimes you can't go out when people are going out because you have a lot of things to do, such as whatever it is for work. You know. So sacrifice and self-control, I would say, would be fundamental. Yeah.
Are the real truths behind owning a business, because you guys, it don't seem like you're sacrificing a lot. Well, you're sacrificing your time, and thank you for that. But this is for the world to see that, guys, you guys are really out here doing this. You know, you're not talking about it, but you own brands and you're pushing a movement. What is it that you really want to achieve, guys? What is it that you really want to achieve?
With regarding to life in itself, or with regarding to just business?
The business world.
Alright, in a business perspective.
What is it that you really want to achieve?
Besides the 5-year plan, besides that.
That is coming,
Okay.
and more is coming after that.
Okay.
What is that more that you want?
It really change, you know?
Change.
You wanna be actually impact. Yeah, you know? Wanna change the community, wanna impact the community in the best way as possible, you know? And not just in a sense of creating employment, but in a sense of being an inspiration. You know, as much as you're starting this show, you're inviting us here to tell your viewers about our business, you know, because you want them to be inspired.
Yes.
Right? So that is what we want to do. Now,
Yes.
we don't want to do it in just your YouTube page, right? We want to do it on a broader perspective.
Yeah.
Right, being our society, being our community. So we want to go to the top with cops. You understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the ordeal.
No better, man.
And you, Keenan?
As he said, you should always just give back to the community because they're your people, you love around them, you see them every day, you get what I'm saying. You should leave that mark to say, that guy is good in this, he's an inspiration in this, and we love him for that. You get what I'm saying. And then on the one side is it's just that business should grow to and elevate.
Yes.
You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? Yes, that's my perspective. That's my perspective.
You guys are real role models in the community, because you didn't just mention your businesses or what you want your business to achieve. You could have said you want a Ferrari, a boat, a house, but you guys are really looking back to giving back into the community. That is a real entrepreneur. And I'd like to say, I'm drinking to that. Gents, you've talked about unemployment in the country and how it's such a problem in the country. You guys have started business to curb unemployment in the country. How are you doing that? I'm not employed by anyone. I don't have employees. How is it to employ a person? How does it feel to employ a person?
After all, you have to start with the basics of a background check. Can this person do this specified, how can I put it, sure, you get what I'm saying. If he's capable of doing it or not, he or she, then you can see, okay, I can hire this person or I don't hire this person. You get what I'm saying. You get skillful people and you get unskilled people. That's my perspective that I can tell you.
And for you, Mr. Rampai?
You asked how it feels to employ someone.
Yes, sir.
It feels good to know that you're doing something for someone, but at the same time, it's a sense of responsibility and accountability, knowing that you need to make sure things go in order so that that promised date, that person gets their salary or gets their wages. For example, with my employees, we work on a wages basis, so get paid every Sunday, right? So one has to make sure that we get clients. We get clients, rent is paid, everything is paid. But when you are done paying people and paying for the expenditures of the businesses, you feel a sense of satisfaction, right? Yeah, that's how it feels. So it feels satisfactory to know that you're actually creating a change.
Yeah. And with that being said, guys, you guys were able to see an opportunity in the market. You're making money, right?
Yes.
Making money, you had a good idea and you took that opportunity. What is the difference? How does one find the difference between a good idea and a good opportunity to make money?
You have to evaluate in between the two. You get what I'm saying? Because elevation is the most at this point. Because you can elevate on the one side for this situation and on the one side with this situation. And it comes to a point sometimes where you don't have a situation for both situations, where you have to think out the box now. You get what I'm saying? You have to try a new risk in order to see if it's gonna work or not.
Wow.
Yes.
Calculated risks to make money.
Yeah.
So I would say, you need to plan. You have to make research. You need to make research, find out if whether your idea is really in need. Because at the end of the day, besides the fact that, yes, when you start a business, the main point is to make a profit.
Definitely.
Right? But it's also to satisfy a need.
Definitely.
Right? Or to satisfy a demand. Right? So, I would say also one need to make research if whether the idea is lucrative and also feasible. Right? And is it a seasonal thing or is it a thing that's going to go for a long run?
Definitely.
Right? Is it something that needs money, and how much money is it? And do you have the right people around you to start the business, just as he said? Do you have people that are skilled and that are able to help you meet organizational goals and objectives? Yeah.
Wow. So what I've just gotten from you guys is that you must take risks in order to get to where you want. And you must research, very fundamental, to research about the idea that you have and what you're going to put out into the world. Because people have problems that they don't even know that they have problems too. If you can think what I can provide for that problem, you have a good idea, my friend. And by researching and by taking risks, you will make money like these two entrepreneurs. Guys, what is the most difficult hurdle that you've come across as a businessman? Because I believe hurdles are going to be there, obstacles are going to be there. But what is that most difficult hurdle that you've overcome and you're proud to say, this is an achievement for me and my business?
Yo, lockdown. Let me start there.
Yeah.
Lockdown.
Yeah.
Lockdown. We couldn't get any supplies for our facility.
Mm.
Business had to shut down for like 4 months until we found a supplier in PTA for our feedings and everything. Business balanced, but it went from abroad to down the road. You get what I'm saying? Wages had to be cut. There were a lot of cut costs, which was a bad thing, but
For
then
business.
ever since we got back to level 1 now, everything's back to normal. It's picking up pace again, but then the worst hurdle was lockdown. Yo.
Was that a hurdle for you too?
Not really, to be honest, because now we started just as the lockdown restrictions were being uplifted, right? So we didn't.
So during lockdown, you were having good ideas and good opportunities.
Yes, I was making research.
You were doing
I
research.
was making research.
And when lockdown opened, you were
I
like,
hit it.
let's go.
Yeah. So I would say the biggest challenge for me, which I believe is also the biggest challenge for many youths,
Yes.
was starting the business.
Okay.
Starting, like saying, you can have the idea and everything, but then starting, and then starting to implement the business was the hard part. For example, with us, was registering the business and making it formal. In Bloemfontein, you don't have the, what do you call this again? What's that framework? For business registrations.
CIPC.
Yes, CIPC, right? We don't have that in Bloemfontein. The office is closed. We have it there. When you Google it, it will show you the office, the address, and everything. But when you go there, you find a big notice saying that this office is not working. Now, that has been like that for months, even before COVID. You understand? So that really now makes it difficult when you want to start a business, but then you don't have resources next to you. So, registering the business, funding was a hurdle, right?
Yes.
Funding was a hurdle because one had to start this business from their own pocket.
Yes.
And you just been a student, you just graduated, now you're starting a business. You don't have money. You understand? So funding was a problem. Starting the business and getting resources to actually put the plan into action was one of the biggest hurdles that I had to go through.
And now you can find his business on all social media platforms. I'm proud of you, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Drink to that.
Cheers.
Growing up, I was told that I could be anything that I want in life. And I'm sure you guys have heard the same phrase over and over and over again. Are you guys what you want to be in life? Right now, sitting here, is this what you want to do?
Yeah.
Can you confidently say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
With confidence, but not at that stage where you really want to be.
Definitely.
It's not there yet.
Definitely.
It's not there yet.
Definitely.
But other than that, I am where I want to be.
Yeah.
Nah, guys, you have heard it from these two entrepreneurs sitting with me right here. Guys, do you guys want to play a game before we end the show?
Okay.
Okay. So the game is called the 10 Pillars of Success. And this is how the game goes. I'm going to read you guys a phrase. Right? And from that phrase, I'm going to mute one word. I want you guys to fill in the missing spaces of the 10 pillars of success.
So should it be just the word? Should it be a sentence? Or should it be just the word? One word,
Let me make an example.
please.
The sentence reads like this: take massive action. Or nothing without action.
That's one word.
That is one word that I want you to fill in. Take massive action. Full stop.
Okay.
Or nothing without action. What would you say or nothing without action?
Wait, that's gay.
Goals are nothing without action.
Yes.
You can set goals,
Okay.
but will you achieve them without action?
Okay. No, you can't. I'm just agreeing to the rules of your game.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying I cannot get what you're saying. But
Yeah.
you can't achieve without goals.
Yes.
You can't achieve without goals.
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Never stop, full stop. That is the sentence.
Working.
Never stop.
Exploring new things in business.
I just want one word.
Oh yeah, you see it.
Never stop working, Mr. Rampai said. But I would rather say never stop learning. With that being said, you are tuned into The Top, hosted by Cops. And I was joined by Mr. Rampai and Mr. Busaleti, who has run away from the game. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Stay tuned for more episodes. If you're a new viewer to this channel, please subscribe and please like and comment your thoughts down below. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for joining me on this episode. Till we meet again, To The Top, hosted by Cops.